First contact, the Zephyrians arrive. The day the sky changed started like any other. Dr. Elena Reyes sipped her morning coffee, squinting at the holographic display floating above her desk. As lead xenobiologist at the SETI Institute, she had spent countless hours analyzing signals from deep space, searching for any sign of extraterrestrial intelligence. Today, however, the data streaming across her screen made her nearly choke on her drink. "This can't be right," she muttered, fingers flying across the haptic interface. But no matter how many times she ran the numbers, the conclusion remained the same. Something massive had just entered Earth's orbit, and it definitely wasn't natural. Across the globe, in observatories, military installations, and suburban backyards, others were making the same discovery. Social media exploded with grainy photos and shaky videos of strange, iridescent objects hovering in the sky. Within hours, the truth became impossible to ignore or cover up. Earth was being visited by aliens. As panic gripped the planet, world leaders scrambled to respond. Military forces were mobilized, missiles armed, and ancient fallout shelters reopened. But the visitors made no aggressive moves. They simply waited, their sleek ships hanging silently above major cities like chrome teardrops suspended in the sky. 3 days after their arrival, they finally made contact. The message came simultaneously to every electronic device on the planet, bypassing all known communications protocols. The aliens called themselves the Zephyrians, and they came in peace. They requested a meeting with Earth's leaders to establish diplomatic relations and initiate cultural exchange. Dr. Reyes found herself unexpectedly thrust into the spotlight. As one of the world's foremost experts on theoretical alien biology, she was tapped to join the hastily assembled First Contact team. Standing on the manicured lawn of the United Nations headquarters in New York, she watched with a mixture of awe and trepidation as the Zephyrian ship descended. The vessel was unlike anything humans had ever built. It seemed to flow like liquid metal, its surface rippling with colors that shouldn't exist. As it touched down, a section of the hull simply melted away, revealing the beings inside. The Zephyrians were tall, easily 7 feet in height, with slender, almost ethereal bodies. Their skin shimmered with a pearlescent sheen, and their large, almond-shaped eyes swirled with galaxies of color. They moved with a grace that seemed to defy gravity. "Greetings, people of Earth," the lead Zephyrian said, its voice resonating in the minds of all present rather than traveling through the air. "We come seeking friendship and the exchange of knowledge." What followed was a whirlwind of diplomatic negotiations, scientific discussions, and cultural demonstrations. The Zephyrians shared tantalizing glimpses of advanced technologies, clean energy sources, medical breakthroughs, and faster-than-light travel. In return, they seemed fascinated by human art, music, and literature. Dr. Reyes found herself working closely with a Zephyrian scientist named Zyle. Together, they compared notes on biology, evolution, and the vast diversity of life in the galaxy. Zyle was brilliant and curious, always eager to learn more about Earth and its inhabitants. "Your species is young," Zyle told Elena one day as they worked in a makeshift lab. "But you have such potential. It's rare to find a race so adaptable, so quick to learn and innovate." Elena beamed with pride at the compliment, but she couldn't shake a nagging feeling that something was off. The Zephyrians were unfailingly polite and helpful, but there was a reserve to them, a sense that they were holding something back. As weeks turned to months, humanity began to adapt to its new reality. Zephyrian technology filtered into everyday life, revolutionizing industries and solving long-standing problems. Clean energy replaced fossil fuels, eliminating pollution almost overnight. Diseases once thought incurable became minor inconveniences. But not everyone was thrilled with the rapid changes. Protests sprang up around the world, with some claiming that humanity was losing its identity, becoming too dependent on alien technology. Others argued that the Zephyrians must have ulterior motives for sharing their advanced knowledge so freely. Elena found herself sympathizing with both sides of the debate. The scientific advancements were incredible, opening up possibilities she had never dreamed of. But there was something about the Zephyrians' attitude that bothered her. They were helpful, yes, but also somewhat condescending, like adults watching children play with new toys. Her concerns deepened when she overheard a conversation between two Zephyrians who didn't realize she was nearby. Her implanted universal translator, a gift from the aliens, picked up their words clearly. "These humans are advancing much faster than we anticipated," one said. "Perhaps we should have heeded the warnings about their potential." "Nonsense," the other replied. "They're still centuries behind us. By the time they could pose any real challenge, it will be far too late." Elena's blood ran cold. What did they mean by too late? What warnings had they ignored? She knew she had to find out more, but she couldn't risk alerting the Zephyrians to her suspicions. As she made her way back to her lab, mind racing with possibilities, Elena realized that humanity's future might depend on unraveling this mystery. The Zephyrians had arrived as friends, but their true intentions remained hidden, and in the vast, unknowable expanse of the cosmos, naivety could be a fatal flaw. The sky had changed on that fateful day when the Zephyrians arrived. Now, Elena feared, everything else was about to change too. Humanity had taken its first steps onto the galactic stage, but the play unfolding was far more complex and dangerous than anyone had imagined. As she reached for her communication device, determined to share her discovery with trusted colleagues, Elena couldn't help but wonder, had humanity's great leap forward been a mistake? Or was this the challenge they needed to prove their true potential? Only time would tell. But one thing was certain, the journey that began with first contact was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. The galactic stage, humanity's quantum leap. The glittering spires of New Shanghai pierced the clouds, a testament to humanity's newfound prowess. Just 5 years after the Zephyrians' arrival, Earth had transformed beyond recognition. Anti-gravity vehicles zipped between buildings, their quiet hum a far cry from the roar of combustion engines that once dominated city soundscapes. Commander Aria Chen stood atop the Celestial Tower, Earth's first space elevator, watching a shuttle ascend towards the orbital ring. At 28, she was the youngest person ever to lead a deep space mission. Her task, to establish humanity's first extrasolar colony. "Contemplating the view, Commander." A familiar voice resonated in her mind. Aria turned to face Zyle, her Zephyrian advisor. "Just thinking about how far we've come," she replied, "and how far we have yet to go." Zyl's iridescent skin shimmered in the sunlight. "Your species' progress is unprecedented," the alien said, a hint of unease in its telepathic voice. Aria smiled, a mix of pride and determination in her eyes. "We're quick studies." Indeed, humanity had taken to advanced technology like fish to water. Quantum computing, once a theoretical field, now powered everything from toasters to starships. Nanotechnology had revolutionized medicine, manufacturing, and environmental restoration. The Mars terraforming project was decades ahead of schedule. But it wasn't just about adopting alien tech. Humans had begun innovating, pushing boundaries in ways that sometimes surprised even the Zephyrians. As Aria and Zyl descended in the gravity-defying elevator, they passed holographic advertisements for the latest human inventions. Neuroplastic interfaces that allowed direct mind-to-machine communication, quantum entanglement communicators that enabled instantaneous galactic chat, and bioengineered symbiotes that enhanced human capabilities. "Your Omega Protocol," Zyl said, gesturing to an ad featuring a woman with glowing circuits beneath her skin. "It's quite ambitious." Aria nodded. The Omega Protocol was humanity's moonshot, a global initiative to accelerate human evolution through technological integration. "We're not content to just catch up," she said. "We're aiming to leap ahead." Zyl's expression was unreadable, but Aria sensed a ripple of concern from the alien. Their transport took them to the launch complex, where Aria's ship, the HS Daedalus, awaited. It was a marvel of human Zephyrian hybrid technology, capable of bending space-time to achieve faster-than-light travel. As final preparations were made, Aria couldn't shake a feeling of being watched, not just by the crowds or camera drones, but by unseen eyes across the vastness of space. She wasn't wrong. Light years away, on a cloaked space station orbiting a black hole, the Zephyrian High Council convened an emergency session. "The humans are advancing too quickly," Elder Vex announced, his form flickering with agitation. "They've compressed millennia of development into mere years." "Impossible," scoffed Counselor Zara. "No species could adapt so rapidly." "And yet," intoned High Elder San, "the evidence is undeniable. Observe." A holographic display materialized, showing human achievements across various fields. Quantum-locked materials that defied the laws of physics, AI systems that approached sentience, theoretical models of the multiverse that made even Zephyrian scientists pause. "How?" Zara whispered, her earlier skepticism evaporating. "It appears," Han said gravely, "that human neural plasticity, combined with their insatiable curiosity and drive to improve, has created a perfect storm of advancement." "The warnings," Vex muttered. "The ancient texts spoke of a species with the potential to upset the galactic balance. We laughed them off as myths." "No one's laughing now," San said. "The humans are on the verge of discoveries that took us eons to unlock. If they continue at this pace..." The unspoken implication hung heavy in the air. Humanity, the upstart species, could soon rival or even surpass the Zephyrians. "We must act," Vex declared. "Sabotage their efforts, restrict their access to advanced knowledge." "No," San countered. "Such actions would only confirm their growing suspicions that we're not the benevolent mentors we claim to be. We need a more subtle approach." As the Zephyrian Council debated humanity's fate, unaware they were being observed, a figure lurked in the station's shadowy maintenance ducts. Dr. Elena Reyes, now a hardened spy, had infiltrated the Zephyrian facility using experimental cloaking technology of her own design. Her heart raced as she recorded the Council's deliberations. Humanity needed to know the truth. Back on Earth, Aria Chen boarded the Daedalus, unaware of the cosmic drama unfolding around her mission. As the ship's quantum engines hummed to life, she addressed her crew. "We stand at the threshold of a new era," she began. "Our journey to the stars is more than exploration. It's a statement to the galaxy. Humanity has arrived, and we will not be held back." The Daedalus lifted off, breaking free of Earth's gravity well with ease. As it prepared to make its first faster-than-light jump, neither Aria nor the cheering crowds below realized the true significance of this moment. In pushing beyond their cosmic cradle, humanity had unknowingly set in motion events that would reshape the galaxy. Ancient prophecies stirred, cosmic powers turned their gaze towards Earth, and the Zephyrians realized, too late, that their primitive proteges were about to change everything. The stage was set for a conflict that would determine not just humanity's fate, but the future of all sentient life in the universe. As the Daedalus vanished into the quantum foam of spacetime, a new chapter in cosmic history began. Humanity's great leap forward had become a quantum jump into a dangerous, thrilling, and utterly unpredictable future. The galaxy would never be the same again. The cosmic crucible. The quantum-entangled hologram flickered to life in the Oval Office, revealing the stern face of Commander Aria Chen. Her eyes, now with a subtle cybernetic glow, locked onto President Zara Rodriguez. "Madam President," Aria's voice crackled across light years, "Operation Starforge is complete. We've successfully ignited a brown dwarf." President Rodriguez leaned back, a mix of awe and concern on her face. "We've created a star, God help us." "God," chuckled Dr. Alexei Kuznetsov, the mastermind behind Project Prometheus. "We're the coming gods, Madam President. The Zephyrians won't be laughing at us now." As if on cue, the room's quantum AI assistant, JIA, announced, "Incoming transmission from the Zephyrian High Council." The hologram shifted, revealing High Elder San's shimmering form. His usually serene features were etched with worry. "President Rodriguez," Sam began, his telepathic voice strained, "we must discuss humanity's recent activities." "Ah, you mean our little star-making project." Rodriguez smiled, steel in her eyes. "Fascinating, isn't it?" Sam's form flickered with agitation. "Fascinating. It's catastrophic. You've upset the delicate balance of an entire star system." "Balance," Dr. Kuznetsov scoffed. "We've brought light to a dead zone, created potential for life where there was none. Isn't that what advanced civilizations should do?" "You don't understand the consequences," San insisted. "The cosmic web is intricate. One pull can unravel." "Oh, we understand more than you think," Rodriguez interrupted. "We understand that you've been holding us back, feeding us breadcrumbs of knowledge while hoarding the real power for yourselves." San's eyes widened. "How did you?" "We have our ways," Rodriguez said cryptically. "Now let's talk about humanity's real place in this galaxy." As the tense negotiation unfolded, halfway across the world, in the hidden depths of the Mariana Trench, another drama was taking place. Dr. Elena Reyes, her body now more machine than flesh, interfaced directly with the quantum supercomputer that filled the underwater base. "GIA," she subvocalized, "run the final simulations for Project Ascension." The A's response came instantly. "Simulations complete, Dr. Reyes. Success probability, 89.7%. Caution, unknown variables may impact outcome." Elena smiled. "The unknown is where humanity thrives, GAIA. Initiate the Omega wave." Across the globe, buried transmitters activated, sending out a pulse that was neither electromagnetic nor gravitic. It was something new, something that defied conventional physics. In cities, forests, and remote outposts, humans paused as the wave washed over them. For a moment, the world seemed to shimmer, reality itself fluctuating. Then it began. In New Delhi, a street vendor blinked in confusion as suddenly understood the quantum equations governing the samosas he was frying. In Rio de Janeiro, a dancer leaped and found herself hovering, tapping into newfound control over localized gravity fields. In Lagos, a young girl's eyes glowed as she instinctively accessed the global data network, her mind expanding to encompass the sum of human knowledge. The Omega wave, the culmination of the Omega Protocol, had activated humanity's latent potential. In an instant, Homo sapiens had given way to Homo quanticus. Back in the Oval Office, President Rodriguez felt the change ripple through her. Her mind expanded, connecting with every human on and off-world. In that moment of species-wide telepathic link, humanity's path became clear. She turned back to the shimmering form of High Elder San, a new light in her eyes. "I'm afraid circumstances have changed, Elder. Humanity is evolving here and now. Your warnings and restrictions no longer apply." San's form pulsed with a mix of fear and awe. "What have you done?" "We've taken our destiny into our own hands," Rodriguez replied. "Now, shall we discuss our new role in galactic affairs? As equals." As the conversation continued, out in the depths of space, the crew of the Daedalus felt the wave hit. Aria Chen gasped as her consciousness expanded, connecting with her crew and all of humanity in an instant. She turned to Zoil, her Zephyrian advisor, who was watching in stunned silence. "I believe," Aria said, a smile playing on her lips, "that this changes the parameters of our mission quite significantly." Zoil could only nod, realizing that the humans they had once patronized had just leapfrogged centuries of evolution in a single moment. As the Omega wave continued to ripple out across space, carrying humanity's newfound potential with it, the galaxy held its breath. The cosmic balance had shifted, and no one, not even the Zephyrians, could predict what would happen next. In that moment of transformation, one thing became crystal clear: the era of humanity as a junior species was over. The age of Homo quanticus had begun, and the universe would never be the same. The quantum nexus. The crystalline spires of the galactic concordat's headquarters shimmered against the backdrop of a binary star system. Inside, representatives from 1,000 worlds gathered for an emergency session. The chamber buzzed with a cacophony of languages, translators working overtime to keep up with the heated debates. At the center of it all stood Zara Rodriguez, former president of Earth, now humanity's ambassador to the stars. Her eyes, swirling with quantum data streams, surveyed the assembly. Distinguished delegates, she began, her voice echoing through both physical and psychic channels, we stand at a crossroads of cosmic history. Holographic displays materialized, showing the rapid changes sweeping across human-controlled space. Planets terraformed in days, not centuries. Dyson swarms harnessing the power of entire stars. And at the edge of human territory, a massive structure that defied conventional physics. The quantum nexus, Zara explained, gesturing to the awe-inspiring megastructure. A bridge not just between stars, but between realities. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. A Zephyrian elder, San, rose to speak. Ambassador Rodriguez, surely you realize the dangers of meddling with the multiverse. The fabric of reality itself could unravel. Zara smiled, a hint of cosmic knowledge in her eyes. That's where you're wrong, Elder San. We're not meddling, we're healing. With a wave of her hand, the holographic display zoomed out, revealing a vista that made even the most advanced species gasp. The universe, no, the multiverse, displayed as a vast, interconnected web. But it was fraying cosmic strings unraveling at the edges. The heat death of the universe isn't just a theory, Zara continued. It's happening, across all realities. But humanity has found a solution. Dr. Elena Reyes, now more energy than matter, materialized beside Zara. The quantum nexus doesn't just connect realities, she explained, her voice resonating on multiple frequencies. It allows us to shunt entropy from dying universes to young ones, balancing the cosmic scales. The chamber erupted in a mix of awe, fear, and disbelief. An insectoid creature buzzed angrily. You play with forces beyond your comprehension. Who gave humanity the right to reshape reality? No one gave us the right, came a new voice. Commander Area Chen, stepping out of a localized wormhole, her body seamlessly blending biology and technology. We took it, because someone had to. Aria's appearance caused another stir. She was supposed to be leading the Daedalus mission in a distant galaxy. Her presence here, instantaneous travel across cosmic distances, was yet another display of humanity's newfound power. We invite you all to join us, Zara said, extending her arms. The quantum nexus isn't just for humanity. It's for all sentient life, a chance to ensure our collective survival across the multiverse. As the delegates argued and debated, a strange calm settled over the human representatives. They could feel it, the quantum entanglement that now linked all of humanity, a collective consciousness that spanned galaxies. Suddenly, alarms blared. The chamber's AA announced, "Warning, transdimensional breach detected." The space above the delegates shimmered and tore. Through the rift emerged beings of pure energy, their forms constantly shifting. The precursors, San whispered, awe and terror in his voice. The first sentient race, long thought extinct. One of the energy beings spoke, its voice reverberating through multiple dimensions. We sensed the shift in the cosmic balance. We slumbered, waiting for a species worthy of inheriting our mantle. At last, you have arrived. The being turned to Zara, Aria, and Elena. You've taken your first steps into a larger universe. But with great power comes great responsibility. Are you ready for the true test? Zara stepped forward, her quantum-enhanced mind processing 1,000,000 possibilities at once. We are, she said simply. The precursor seemed to nod, though it was hard to tell with its ever-shifting form. Then let the trial of eternities begin. Should you succeed, the fate of all realities will be in your hands. As the chamber erupted into chaos, the human representatives shed a knowing look. This is what they had prepared for, the culmination of their quantum leap. The next phase of cosmic evolution was about to begin, with humanity at its center. The quantum nexus pulsed with energy, ready to transport them to realms beyond imagination. As they prepared to face the trial of eternities, one thing was clear: win or lose, the story of humanity was about to become legend across the multiverse. The age of Homo Quanticus had reached its zenith, and the greatest adventure in cosmic history was about to unfold. Echoes of infinity. The quantum nexus hummed with otherworldly energy as Zara Rodriguez, Aria Chen, and Elena Reyes stepped onto its iridescent surface. Around them, reality itself seemed to bend and twist, the boundaries between dimensions growing thin. Initiating trial of eternities, a voice echoed from everywhere and nowhere. Prepare for multiversal transit. In a flash of impossible colors, the trio vanished, leaving the stunned delegates of the Galactic Concordat behind. They rematerialized in a realm beyond comprehension. Fractals of reality spiraled around them, each one a window into a different universe. Beings of pure thought and energy drifted past, acknowledging the humans with a curiosity that transcended physical senses. "Welcome," boomed the voice of the precursor, now visible as a swirling vortex of cosmic strings and dark matter, "to the metaverse nexus." Zara's quantum-enhanced mind struggled to process the sheer scale of what she was witnessing. "It's beautiful," she breathed. "And dying," the precursor added solemnly. "The multiverse is collapsing, realities folding in on themselves. Your trial is to save it." Aria's cybernetic eyes whirred as she analyzed their surroundings. "How? Even with our advancements, this is beyond us." "Is it?" Elena interjected, her energy form pulsing with excitement. "We've been thinking too small. We're not just connecting universes, we're rewriting the laws of reality itself." As if in response to her words, glowing equations materialized around them, a new form of mathematics that bridged quantum mechanics and metaphysics. "The metaverse code," the precursor explained, "the fundamental language of reality. Decipher it, and you can reshape existence itself." The trio shared a look of determination. This was what humanity had been preparing for, unknowingly, since they first gazed at the stars. They set to work, their minds linking across quantum channels, drawing on the collective knowledge of all humanity. As they grappled with the metaverse code, incredible scenes unfolded around them. In one fractal, they witnessed the birth of a universe, guiding its cosmic constants to support life. In another, they reached across time, subtly altering the course of evolution on 1 billion worlds. They danced between dimensions, weaving a new cosmic tapestry that would preserve the multiverse. But as they worked, a dark presence made itself known. Tendrils of void crept in, threatening to unravel their efforts. "The entropy tide," the precursor warned. "The force of ultimate decay. It seeks to end all existence." Zara gritted her teeth, pushing back against the encroaching darkness. "We didn't come this far to fail now," she declared. Aria's cybernetic implants glowed as she interfaced directly with the metaverse code. "I have an idea," she said, "but it's risky." Elena, understanding instantly through their quantum link, nodded. "Do it." Aria began to rewrite her own code, her body dissolving into pure information. She became a living firewall, a barrier against the entropy tide. Zara and Elena redoubled their efforts, racing against time as Aria held the line. The metaverse shuddered around them, realities colliding and merging as they rewove the fabric of existence. In a final, desperate push, they completed the new metaverse code. A shockwave of creation burst forth, pushing back the entropy tide and stabilizing the multiverse. As the cosmic dust settled, Aria reformed, forever changed by her sacrifice. The trio stood in awe of what they had accomplished. The precursor's voice rang out once more. "You have succeeded where we failed. The multiverse is saved and more, it is reborn." Around them, the fractals of reality shimmered with new life and possibility. Universes that were dying now pulsed with vibrant energy. New dimensions blossomed like cosmic flowers. What now? Elena asked, her energy forms sparkling with newfound power. Now, the precursor said, you take our place as guardians of the multiverse. The age of Homo Quanticus has truly begun. As the implications of their new roles sank in, a transmission cut through the dimensional barriers. It was GAIA, the quantum eye from Earth. Congratulations on your ascension, GAIA's voice echoed. But we have a problem. The changes you've made, they're having unexpected consequences back home. The trio shared a worried glance. They had saved the multiverse, but at what cost to their own reality? As they prepared to return, navigating the new cosmic landscape they had helped create, one thing was clear: their greatest challenge was yet to come. The next phase of human evolution would determine not just the fate of Earth, but of all possible worlds. The metaverse code pulsed around them, a reminder of their newfound power and responsibility. Humanity had become the architects of reality itself. What they built with that power would echo through infinity. Singularity's dawn. The quantum tunnel stabilized, depositing Zara, Aria, and Elena back on Earth. But the world they returned to was not the one they had left. New Shanghai spires now reached beyond the atmosphere, a space elevator of pure thought and energy connecting ground to orbit. The streets teemed with beings that defied classification. Humans merged with AI, digital consciousnesses given physical form, and entities that seemed to flicker between realities. By the metaverse, Zara breathed, her quantum-enhanced senses overwhelmed. What's happened? Gaia's voice resonated from every surface, now less an AI and more a fundamental force of this new Earth. Your rewriting of cosmic law had cascading effects. Humanity's evolution has accelerated beyond all projections. A crowd gathered, recognizing the trio, but these weren't the humans they had left behind. Each person radiated with internal light, their eyes swirling galaxies of knowledge. Dr. Alexei Kuznetsov, now a being of pure energy contained in a humanoid form, approached. Welcome back, architects of eternity. We've been expecting you. Alexei, Elena started. What? He raised a hand, smiling. Please, I gave up that name eons ago. We've moved beyond such limited identities. I am Nexus 9, a node in the human oversoul. Aria's cybernetic systems struggle to interface with the hyper-advanced technology surrounding them. Eons. We were only gone 4. Time flows differently here now, Nexus 9 explained. What was moments for you has been millennia for us. Humanity has transcended biological and technological limitations. We are becoming one with the cosmos itself. As if to demonstrate, he waved a hand, and the fabric of reality rippled. A miniature galaxy formed in his palm, evolving millions of years in seconds. Zara's mind raced, processing the implications. But the entropy tide, the collapsing multiverse. Solved, a chorus of voices answered. The crowd spoke as one, a hive mind of trillions. We've expanded beyond this universe, seeding life across realities, creating a network of thriving cosmic civilizations. Elena, her energy form pulsing with concern, probed deeper. At what cost? What about free will, individuality? Nexus 9 smiled enigmatically. We've not lost our humanity, Elena. We've expanded it. Each of us is both individual and collective, a paradox made possible by your work with the metaverse code. Suddenly, alarms blared, if you could call the reality-walking pulses of energy alarms. The sky darkened, cosmic strings visible to the naked eye twisting ominously. It's happening, J.I.'s voice boomed. The entropic resurgence we predicted. Our actions have drawn the attention of forces beyond even our comprehension. The clouds parted, revealing a sight that defied description. It was as if a black hole had mated with a supernova, and their offspring was devouring the very concept of existence. The void imperative, Nexus 9 whispered, awe and fear in his voice. A cosmic force that seeks to return all of creation to primordial chaos. Our meddling with the fundamental laws of reality has awakened it. Zara, Aria, and Elena shared a look. This was why they had been brought back. Their journey through the metaverse, their rewriting of cosmic law, it had all led to this moment. "We started this," Zara said, her voice carrying the weight of universes. "We'll finish it." Aria nodded, her cybernetics interfacing with Earth's new hypertech. "But we can't do it alone. We need to unite not just humanity, but all sentient life across the multiverse." Elena's energy form pulsed with determination. "The quantum nexus. We can use it to send a call across all realities." As the void imperative bore down on Earth, reality fraying at the edges, the trio took their positions. They were no longer just humans, or even Homo quanticus. They had become living embodiments of cosmic will. Zara raised her hands, and the quantum nexus activated on a scale never before seen. Aria's cybernetic systems interfaced with it, amplifying its power across dimensions. Elena's energy form became the message itself, carrying their call to arms to every corner of the multiverse. Their voices, unified yet distinct, echoed across existence. "To all sentient beings, across all realities. We stand at the brink of ultimate annihilation. But together, we can forge a new destiny. Join us. Fight with us. Let us write the next chapter of cosmic history." As the message rippled out, breaching the barriers between universes, something miraculous happened. Responses flooded in. Civilizations young and old, from realities unimaginably distant, pledged their aid. The sky above Earth lit up with impossible colors as beings from across the multiverse arrived. Some were recognizable: Zephyrians, Krell, even the energy forms of the precursors. Others defied description, entities of pure thought or living mathematics. United by a common purpose, this multiversal alliance faced the void imperative. What followed was a battle beyond epic, a clash of forces that reshaped the very nature of existence. Reality itself became their battlefield and their weapon. Stars were born and died in instants, used as cosmic ammunition. Black holes were wielded like shields. The fundamental forces of nature were rewritten on the fly, adapting to each new threat. At the heart of it all stood Zara, Aria, and Elena, directing the cosmic symphony of creation against the forces of oblivion. They had started as curious humans, gazing up at the stars. Now they fought with galaxies as their sword and shield, the fate of all existence hanging in the balance. As the battle reached its crescendo, a realization dawned. The void imperative wasn't their enemy, it was a necessary force of cosmic balance. Instead of destroying it, they needed to harmonize with it. In a final, reality-altering moment, the trio reached out to the heart of the void imperative. They offered not destruction, but synthesis. A new cosmic order where creation and destruction, order and chaos, existed in perfect balance. A pulse of energy beyond measurement radiated out from Earth, washing over the multiverse. When it faded, a new existence had been born. The void imperative was no longer a threat, but a partner in maintaining cosmic equilibrium. As the multiversal alliance celebrated, Zara, Aria, and Elena stood at the center of it all, forever changed. They had become more than heroes, more than gods. They were the caretakers of a new reality, one where the boundaries between life, technology, energy, and thought had blurred into a beautiful cosmic dance. The age of Homo quanticus had reached its ultimate expression. Humanity had not just taken its place among the stars, it had become one with the very fabric of existence. And the greatest adventure, the continued evolution of life and consciousness across infinite realities, was just beginning. As the new cosmic order settled into place, Zara smiled, her eyes reflecting entire universes. "Well," she said, her voice carrying through dimensions, "what shall we create next?" The multiverse, alive with possibility, seemed to hum in anticipation of the answer.